Alrighty, and then we also wanted to talk about some posture points, some posture mapping for the front of the body and for the back of the body. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna need to cue opposition so that people don't like they don't overuse one side of their body more than the other. They don't overuse the front. They don't overuse the back kind of idea. We're thinking about nice, like centered moments. So if you're thinking about front of the body, back of the body opposition, if we're talking about the head, we want to think about lengthening through the back of the neck. Crown of the head reaches towards the roof. However, if we were to just cue that, then you would see people's chin drop, right? They would really over lengthen the back of the head. So you want to think about, yes, lengthening through the back of the neck, crown of the head reaches towards the roof. But if you had like a third eye, that third eye is still gazing onto the horizon line. So nice and straight, length through the back of the neck, crown of the head reaches, third eye is looking towards that horizon. If we're thinking about a level down, then we want to keep the width across the collarbone. But again, if you were just to cue the collarbone, then you would see people start to retract, right? So you want to think about the opposition. So as you have width across the collarbone, you want to think about also having some width across the mid-back so that we are not punching forward, we're not retracting, we're not arching, we're not flaring. We're keeping those ribs engaged. Now, if we're moving down a little bit more towards the abs, then we want to think about, I think the best cue that I would use is that if I was poking you in the belly button, that you want to kind of take my finger and pull it in and slightly up to engage those abs. We want to still think about width across the sacrum though, again, because we don't want to be getting too far into like flexion. We want to think about nice length here, pulling that skin in and up to engage those abs width across the sacrum. Now, if we're moving up towards the legs, we want to always be thinking about we're pulling those kneecaps up our thighs. So kneecaps up the thighs, and that we have proper like foot placement, that people know that we have like basically a suction kind of moment on the floor. So you want to think about your feet suctioning to the floor. You've got contact with big toe, pinky toe, heel. Now the most shock absorption position for us to be in, the best area of our foot to be standing on to absorb that shock the best, is going to be at the front of the heels. But for our clients to know that there is a back of the heel, middle of the heel, front of the heel, ball of the foot, and toes. So toes, ball of the foot, front of the heel is best shock absorption. We got center of the heel and back. All right, so quick run through. Obviously we're lengthening through the back of the neck, crown of the head reaches towards the roof. We got that third eye looking towards the horizon line. Width across the collarbones, width across the mid-back. We are pulling that skin of the belly button in and up. We've got width across the sacrum, pulling those kneecaps up the thighs and suctioning those feet to the floor. Big toe, pinky toe, heel. But to let our clients know that we do have a couple different areas of that foot. And the best shock absorption position is going to be the front of the heel. That's it, that's all. And then we're going to get started with a warm-up. So in terms of positioning, you want to make sure that your shoulders are about hip height. So to find a surface that you can grab onto that is possible with. That your feet are right underneath your pelvis. So you kind of want to get a nice like 90-degree angle from the torso to the legs. Now to begin, we're going to go into our arch. So we're going to exhale as we bend the knees. We arch the spine. We lift the heart, lift the chest. And then we inhale back out. We're going to exhale to curl from the tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back. That shoulders and the head should be the last thing that comes up. Try to keep those shoulders out of your ears. We inhale back out. We're going to go through that again. So we exhale, bend the knees, arch the back, lift the heart, lift the chest. We inhale back out. And then we exhale to tuck the tailbone, low back, curl through that mid back, upper back, shoulders, and then we inhale to lengthen back out. And we're going to go into our twist. So we're going to bend our left knee and we're going to turn over to the right. We're going to shift all our weight over to that right side, pushing with the right hand, pulling with the left. Big twist, and then we're gonna straighten both legs out. We're gonna bend the right leg and turn over to the left. We're pushing with the left arm, pulling with the right, and shifting all our weight over to the left side. Big stretch through that left leg, and then we straighten both out. One more twist we're gonna add on here, so we're taking that left arm towards the right leg, pushing on the outside of that right ankle. Big twist, trying to arch those right ribs up towards the sky. And then we switch those sides so that right arm is coming over towards our left leg, pushing on the outside of that left ankle, and we are arching up through those left ribs. Now we're going to be exhaling that knee into the chest. We inhale, lengthen back out into that nice long line, three-legged dog. We roll the hip up. We exhale as we bring that left leg over towards our left armpit. And then we are going to send our left leg all the way over into attitude. Now you want to think about your weight here. So as we bring that knee over towards our armpit, we're leaning in towards our opposite side ribs. And as that foot comes over into attitude, we're leaning onto the inside of that stance leg. Now you want to also think about the weight shift, that you're trying to avoid a weight shift here. So as we go into that right side, I want you to notice that as we bring that right leg over towards our right side, that we're going to be pushing with our right arm, pulling with our left. But then when we switch over and then we shift it over into attitude, we want to push with the left arm and pull with the right. So trying to keep that center of gravity. Couple more. And then we're going to roll that hip back down, bring it on down, shake those legs out, and then we're going to get started with some class.